This episode is recorded in front of a live streaming audience.
Prepare to attack the enemy's control points.
Get behind me, Doctor! I am fully charged!
You are listening to Control Point, a Team Fortress 2 podcast with Brent Copeland, Eric Fullerton, and Wes Wilson.
Control Point, episode 85, recorded on August 16th, 2009.
I'm Brent Copeland.
I'm Wes Wilson.
I'm Eric Fullerton, and welcome to the very last episode of Control Point.
Oh, no, again?
This is going to be one of those funny things where you say the last one before the next episode.
Yeah, sorry. Welcome to Control Point, episode 85.
Well, it is technically the last one.
Yes.
Until next week.
You know, I think it's funny that I'm looking at the Ustream live, because you can be here on Sundays watching us live if you didn't know that already. And the advertisement is for workers' compensation.
What? Wow. So donate to keep us happy, I guess.
Happy? Workers' compensation makes you happy?
It doesn't make me sad.
If I'm compensated for work, yes, I'm happy.
That's not what that does. Anyway...
what's in the briefcase this week, Wes?
Well, I've got it right here, and right inside when I open it up, we have an update without a class, exciting new specs in the TF2 SDK. And for those people who don't know what an SDK is, that's a standard development kit. Or is it software development kit?
I think it's Super Dragon Karate.
Killer.
Something. We've got a map contest and some swamp water. We've got a detailed document
Oh, wait, we don't have that. That's not in the briefcase.
Really?
Yeah.
You totally lied to me.
Well, it just burned up.
Oh.
I can't even concentrate. I'm just sitting here thinking of acronyms now. I'm like, suck beep, Kool-Aid Man.
Oh, and gross. What's this? These are Billy the Road Cone droppings.
Yummy.
What are those doing in there? And an Indian headdress feathers? What is all this?
I know who that is. The crazy guy.
The Chief, by any chance?
Hey!
Hate the Chief.
You said the name that should not be said.
The Chef.
The chef.
I tried to change it. Nobody would buy in.
It's a blind chief, right? Take out the eyes.
Because he's got no eyes.
Yeah. Now the chef.
So tell us.
I got that from Midnight Madness, one of the best movies in the world.
Really?
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't go that far.
Did they really say that in there?
It's part of the clues.
Oh, really?
Yeah, backwards and blind.
Oh.
Or mixed up. Anyway, so Control Point.
So tell us about our awesome servers that we have.
We've got awesome servers at lowpings.net, I believe. I can't remember anymore. We're kind of in a stage right now that sucks because Johnny's on travel, and he was all getting prepared to travel on Friday, and he was sending me messages, hey, there's an update, and I don't know, because I gotta get in the plane, and I was like, okay, you cannot touch the server again until you get back from your trip, because that's ridiculous. You're not getting paid for this.
Yeah.
Do not sit here and worry and freak out about the server and then get to your hotel and realize you didn't pack underwear.
He is so dedicated.
He is, and I think that's awesome. But what that means is I'm lazy and don't like doing anything with the server, so you got what you got until he gets back.
Yeah.
Like, we'll need to
Where's that source mod update, dude?
It's coming.
What about the source mod update?
It's coming next week.
And what's going on?
Next week.
Stupid Royal. Are you going to fix this problem?
I had to bring 3 down because...
Are you the server admin right now or what?
No, I'm not. So I had to bring 3 down because we kept getting these notices that we had made it a public server. I guess it got restarted without a password or something.
Oh.
And they're talking about billing us, and I'm like, no. So it's down until Johnny gets back to it, and he can fix that. So,
What, CP3?
Yeah, CP3.
Okay.
No one used that thing anyway.
Well, evidently, the source mod problem probably came up, or it naturally switched to Royal. And right now, our servers, when they switch to Royal, crash.
Oh. But that's that's not a lowpings.net problem.
It isn't, and that's what we're talking about here. Lowpings.net and their awesome servers.
Yep.
Because all this stuff you can take care of in their incredible control panel. We just had to look up some stuff in the control panel. It took us all of 5 minutes after we figured out the password. So once you do that, you can actually fix your servers. You can even get iPhone apps to do stuff with it and blah, 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 blah. Get lowpings.net and you will be happy.
Yes. I actually got a message from Majachi the Moon Princess asking me what servers that we had. And you know what I said?
Low Pings.
I hope Low Pings.
I did. I said lowpings.net.
Sweet.
So here's hoping he.
That's cool.
Yeah.
And did you know if you watched the latest
Legendary Heroes?
I was like, I didn't want to say it wrong.
Unforgotten Realms.
Unforgotten Realms. What is Legendary Heroes? What am I talking about? Anyway,
I think that's probably an expansion to some card game.
I guess. But if you watch his latest episode, it's there's some TF2 stuff in there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. I haven't watched it in a while. I need to.
So anyway,
I need to get caught up on my media.
Good old Robert Moran.
Yes, and you should support him.
Yeah, we should have him back on the show.
Yeah, his stuff's on.
Gosh, dang it!
On The Escapist.
The Escapist.
Yep.
So let's see. What have we done so far? We've rambled on about lowpings.net. We've opened the briefcase. Status. I'll go first because mine's pretty short. And I played some Friday night. I played some Left 4 Dead before I played TF2, though, just for fun. Actually, Sabrina wanted to play.
How was it?
It was pretty cool. We played with Milkshake Man, and DS Dude came in, and then I said, okay, time for TF2. And then DS Dude followed me and healed me a lot. And Mint Condition was on the other side.
I think I logged off right when you started playing. I think after I stopped playing, I looked at the server and saw you were on there.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Actually, I popped on because I saw that you were playing too, and I was like, yeah, this would be cool. But yeah, anyway, just barely missed you. So I wanted a hat. I wanted to experience all the cool new stuff and the new update and everything, but I got interrupted with Child Patrol.
Child Patrol?
Child Patrol.
Is that a new game?
A 3-year-old Nancy woke up, and in fact, she woke up about 5 different times, and I had to get up and tend to her needs. She's got a cold. And
welcome to my world.
Yeah, and she needs a drink of water to get back to sleep and stuff like that. So anyway,
Brent just drugs all his children before he puts them down for the night.
So I was having a good time playing, and I just left instantly, and I'm just standing there like a statue, and everybody's like, "Dude, what's up with Nailhead?" and killed me, and then I became a spectator, and then got kicked from the server for inactivity.
And then you're done, right? Because it's filled up and you can't get back on.
Yeah, because when Mint's running around, he'll give you a warning. He'll go, AFK warning, so and so.
Oh yeah.
And then after your warning, if you don't start playing, if he dies 1 or 2 more times after that, you get the boot. Bam.
Yeah. So anyway, I didn't really get to experience the patch, the big, classless update like I wanted to. So anyway. Over to Brent.
What up, dog? Hey, I just want to say I was looking at Twitter right now, and we tweeted that the show was going on, and we got a bunch of retweets that it was going on. So that's really cool. Feel free to do that.
That's pretty cool.
On Sundays, retweet it so everybody knows to come watch.
You can follow us. Twitter.com/controlpoint.
And that's boom_15. That's not Boom Rocker, though, is it? No, that's someone else, I think. Anyway, thanks for retweeting that. And I played absolutely no TF2.
Really?
0.
What have you been playing?
I've
been sucked back into the WoW.
He's been raiding.
It's like a bad drug.
I know, and you complained about it so much.
And that's why.
Really?
No. I don't know. It's friends and stuff. You log on and your friends go, hey, come play with us. Yeah. And no one does that when I log into Steam. They just, hey, fix the server. Hey, fix the server. Jolly got hacked, man. You need to go fix that.
Fix the server.
Hey, I got an 11 p.m. phone call for that one.
I did too. I just ignored it.
I did not. I came to the rescue.
I didn't realize that's what it was because I didn't know the number.
Well, that's logical. But yeah, we got some hackage going on in our community the other night, so we had to. That was Friday night, I think. Yeah. I got a phone call from Mr. Clyde Frog.
That's cool
Clyde
that
Frog.
he called you. See, dedication.
Yep.
That's good.
Next time, just fix it. Don't call it. Just kidding.
No, I was fine with it. I can't remember what I was doing. I think I was playing Far Cry or something. But it was fun.
And Boom15 is boom_CP in the chat room. He's let me know. So yeah, I don't have any real experience with TF2 this week. It could, I looked at the patch notes and I just saw hats that I wasn't going to get, and it seems to be what's going on. No one's getting any hats, even though they put in a bunch of new hats. What's up with that?
I don't know. I still don't have a hat from the first time.
Yeah, I don't either.
But I got a new hat in WoW. I've probably gotten 5 hats in WoW.
What'd you get? The chef's hat?
No, I haven't got that yet.
Oh, okay. That's
I need some more cooking badges.
Uh-huh.
But we'll talk about that when we redo our World of WoW. I don't know if we're doing it tonight or not.
I don't know. Any old time.
But
could.
it's
We
in
could.
discussion.
I wanted to do it last
I
week.
got cold weather flying this week.
Sweet.
I can now fly in the cold
Well,
weather.
before people yell at us about not talking about Team Fortress 2 in this podcast, I'm going to throw it over to Wes.
I actually played a lot of Team Fortress 2 this week. I was very excited about the new update. Specifically, there was a single spy nerf, which I found to be delightful and fantastic, and it made me very, very happy. I was happy because now whenever a sapper is placed on a teleporter, it appears on both teleporters, and you may beat it off either teleporter.
That's stupid.
Which means you don't have to worry about that stupid thing where the spy runs by your home base. What was that? Who are you beep booping over there?
Oops.
Beep boop. Because that's what happens is that once every 4 or 5 minutes the spy goes running past your spawn and saps, and nobody's at the spawn, so all your stuff gets sapped and goes away. But now, and that made me happy. They did some stuff with the scout. They messed around. I had been getting frustrated with the scout lately, and that sort of fixed it up. So I logged on the other night and was, I was pretty happy with it. First off, I kind of wanted to get a little bit of my groove, but I did want to try the king.
On.
Well, it's kind of. I've been complaining a lot, so I was like, okay, I'm going to play offensive classes. I'm not going to play support. I'm not going to be,
So it's
medic
all about
engineer
playing
guy.
blue, right? Not red.
Well, also,
What?
I'll have you know
What
that they
offensive?
made a new screen for the when you come into the game.
I love it.
There's a blue team screen now. So
I
ha. They listened to our show. Valve loves red.
Yeah,
and they decided to balance it out a little bit. How's that?
And they're like, dudes, we'll totally show you.
Someone hacked into their system and put this stupid screen in there. I haven't seen it yet, but I can already tell it's stupid.
It's not stupid. It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
It's stupid.
But anyway, so I decided to play around with offensive classes, and one of the
like what?
Well, I actually have started trying to pick classes for individual maps. For instance, the King of the Hill sawmill thing, I really have found very little to do with
Have
a
you
demo.
played that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sweet.
I really am. I didn't really like. Hey, is that my bourbon?
Yes, it is.
Anyway,
Was.
so
Yes, it was.
So I decided to really, pay attention to what was going on the map, and I really don't like Sawmill all that much. That main room is very compact. It's while everybody's fighting, it's just too much chaos. So what I like to do is I figured that room needed some long distance support, and since I'm not a sniper, what I've been doing is I've been going soldier and making sure that there are rockets hitting the floor of that place at all points in time from a goodly distance. And trying to help the people who actually can play well win the game for us.
Look at you being so utilitarian. That's awesome. That's how you play the game. That's how you become a team player.
Yep. And there were some other things that, I played a lot. Oh, I did. The first thing I played this week is I played on a server where you get, whenever you pick your class, it goes random. Like you pick your class, and then when you die, you come back as a random class with random weapons. So, you might be a medic with a minigun and a wrench and something else.
What is this called?
I don't remember. I don't
awesome.
remember the name. It's called Randomizer Plugin, says Torchmaster.
Oh, that's sweet.
And it's actually kind of cool because you get this random mixture of stuff. You might get a wrench, but you might not be a class that can carry metal. So you can help somebody get something up really quick, or you can, but you can't actually upgrade anything. Or you might be, if you can't get metal, you might be a class that can build something, but you can't Like, upgrade it.
And that's obviously a limitation of the mod.
Yes.
I would suspect that that's not really one.
Yeah, it's still early alpha kind of stuff, or beta. But the another one is if you're not a medic and you're healing with and you uber charge somebody, they're uber charged, but you're still vulnerable. So the metagun only ubers the guy who if you're a medic. So I don't know. I thought that was kind of cool, but I mean, you can do all kinds. Like, you could be a scout with a minigun, and also the number of bullets that you have is random, and you can't pick up more bullets.
Oh wow!
Ouch.
That sounds fun.
So like sometimes you get a minigun with like 18 bullets, and you fire it once, and then it's gone.
So did you get like the scout with the pyro gun?
Oh yeah, yeah. You can do scout with flamethrower.
This sounds perfect for competitive play. It sounds very, very balanced.
Yeah, I bet Mitt would love
very
it.
even.
No crits though. There were no crits.
Oh really?
I don't know.
Oh, maybe.
Another thing I did this week is I played on a dice roll server, and it was a really, really good dice roll server. Torchmaster invited me over to go and play on it, and I had a ball, and I just really didn't see any reason.
Telephone.
Who is it? Hello? Oh, hi.
Who's calling?
Should I answer it?
Sure, go ahead. You can edit this out, can't you?
Sure.
Hello? Hey, Ken, what's up?
Who's Ken?
Doing pretty good. I'm actually recording a podcast right now.
You used to live next door to Brent when he was growing
But
up?
Wes is here, too. But I'll call you back later. Okay.
Is he going to come play with us on DDO again?
I don't know. You going to play on DDO?
It's going free to play. I know he wants to.
He's off.
You know, I almost told everybody to turn their cell phones off before the show, but I was like, these guys, they're professionals. They know better.
Yeah.
Well, mine's almost always on mute. I don't know how it got unmuted.
I'm a professional. I would never do anything like...
It's all just part of the train wreck. Anyway. So, what were we talking about?
Wes had
I was talking about the dice roll server.
Okay.
And I got on this dice roll server and had a really great time. And I'm really fascinated because not only do you get your dice roll, but for every X number of minutes that you play, you get a credit. I think it's like every 5 minutes. And there's a store. So like you can go shopping, like you can build up credits, and then you can go and like you can say, I want 10 seconds of team crits for 15 points, or something like that.
That is like truly RPG style.
Yeah.
I like it a lot.
So you can actually basically have tactics.
Yeah.
With your dice rolling.
Yes.
That is awesome.
That's almost awesome.
What I would do is I would start off the map, like if we were in Dust Bowl and we were trying to bust through, I would go for team crits, right off the bat to try to, help clear some stuff out.
Right.
Or another good one is you buy speed on a heavy, and the heavy's running around faster than a scout.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
And oh my God, it is just, you just skate through everything. And you can also buy like no clip. You can buy Hulk, which
is it expensive? Like, what's the scale of things? Like,
I think to get 50, I think I can't remember how many points it was to get Hulk. I think it was like 100 points or something like that.
What is Hulk?
Yeah, basically you turn green. It's 50 points.
You turn green.
You turn green. Yeah, and you have you can only do melee attacks, but you take almost no damage, and you have really thick armor, and you're super fast and all that good stuff, and it's hilarious.
That is awesome. Like Lou Ferrigno?
Yeah.
I love it. All right.
But, I definitely recommend that. And we actually played some of the new, and I can't remember the name of it. What's the new King of the Hill map besides Sawmill?
And someone in the chat room.
Torchmaster.
I think that's Viaduct.
Viaduct, yeah.
Torchmaster.
And we played that on the dice roll server, and I actually think that's a better King of the Hill map than the other one.
Okay.
It seems like you have more approaches. It's kind of cool. Now, I got killed by spies a lot, I mean, there's a good bit of running to the front fight, and all they got to do is hang out and wait for people to run by it. And there's only a couple of areas where they do it. And then also there was a bug this weekend. I don't know if you caught this, but if you're playing, let's say you're playing King of the Hill, and one team runs it all the way down, but the other team has captured part of it. Well, you don't win until that capture amount goes all the way. Basically, the base has to be all the way under the control of someone for it to signal the end of the game.
Oh.
And the problem is that the overtime lady, the announcer, got kind of bugged over the weekend. I think they might have already fixed it, but it would just say it like every 3 or 4 seconds. Overtime. Overtime.
Yeah. See,
overtime.
Everyone in the chat room is
overtime.
yelling overtime all day.
It was hilarious.
Yeah, okay. I know what you're talking about.
But
I think that's been fixed because they put out a quick little fix the day after. Let's see, August 14th came out another update after class update, which was August 13th, and that one was like all kinds of fixes and all this and that. So.
Yeah. Well, there's evidently a option you can set on your server to leave the nag on, the overtime. Overtime.
If you really enjoyed
overtime. This is overtime.
That is awesome.
So evidently you can, yeah.
Overtime. Is that the name of this episode?
Yeah, that's what the chat room's saying.
Overtime.
Yeah.
Okay.
Overtime. Overtime. I think the graphic should just be overtime written over and over and over and over and over.
Awesome.
But yeah, I thought that was kind of interesting. I talked about
you've got overtime on your status.
Yes, yeah, but I'm not done.
He's not done yet.
I'm not done.
I'm not done yet. Not by a long shot.
Yeah. I already talked about Royal breaking our server.
Yeah.
And then also I tried out Ion this weekend.
Yes,
very
the beta.
Japanese style MMO.
And you can fly.
You can. I'm not 10th level yet. I'm like 8th level.
So, but you can climb really well?
I have not tried to climb.
Oh, I hear climbing's really good in that game.
But it reminded me a lot. I played Lineage 2, and it reminded me of that without the insane leveling curve. Because in Lineage 2, to go from level 5 to level 6 took me a night and a half of solid 6-hour gameplay.
Right.
So no, not this. I've played one night and it's already 8th level. And then I played some Heroes of New Earth, which I'm really getting very, very fond of as my PvP game. When that comes out, I'm definitely it's an old Defense of the Ancients clone, but it's done really, really well. I really think anybody who likes Defense of the Ancients is really going to like it. I played some more Far Cry 2, the driving a Jeep through Africa game, just because it's so freaking beautiful, and it's a good want to go to bed game. Because it's got some action in it, it doesn't have so much that you end up walking away from it jittery like if you've been playing.
Oh, yeah. Well, if you're talking about other games that we've been playing other than Team Fortress 2, have you played King's Bounty?
I have not. You have told me I need to play that. And
yes,
I keep
I'm talking about King's Bounty, but it's so much fun. I've been playing that. I've logged so many hours. It is so good. It's so excellent. It's like It's like a single player MMO. So I know that Brent probably will not play this game. And when the mobs are dead, they're dead forever. They don't respawn. But this isn't that kind of show. So anyway.
And lastly, I got 77 in Warcraft, so World of Warcraft. So now I can fly in the cold. And that was my week.
Nice.
I had a pretty big week.
Nice week, sir.
Yeah.
Very nice week.
That was my tab.
Nice week.
Thanks. I'm glad it wasn't a weak week.
Yes, it was a very strong week. Do we want to hear from... we've been talking about the servers.
Maybe a status of the servers?
Yeah,
something like
we've been
that
talking
from
about...
old Napalmy Pom Pom?
Yeah, these are, of course, lowpings.net servers that we're referring to here. I think this... I don't know if I actually talked about the importance of this segment. other than, it's valid and important for, people in the CP community and people that play on our servers, obviously, because this is a segment about the changes and the updates and whatever that's happening on our servers. But anybody else out there with your own server, you can kind of get, ideas of like, what are the kinds of stuff that other people do on their servers? What do they install? What do they do? Like, what's the I don't know. You get the idea, right?
I get it.
What are the hardships in admitting a?
I get it.
Okay, I've run it into the ground.
You had me at log on.
So anyway, so what we have here for you is a segment we like to call Johnny Napalm State of the Servers.
What's the state of the server? What's the state of the server? What's the state of the server with Johnny Napalm?
Greetings, CP community. It's Johnny Napalm here with your state of the servers for the week leading up to episode 85. Basically, things are a mess. The Classless update broke source mod badly, and while I believe there are fixes in the works, I'm not anywhere in a position to implement them. So maybe by the time this show comes out, everything will be back to normal with all the voting and all that kind of stuff. So the new maps, the King of the Hill stuff that came out with the update are sprinkled throughout the rotation at least. So all that kind of stuff is all good to go. But all the votes and all the neat stuff that Source Mod brings to us is unavailable. So there you go. That's it for this week. Get out there and play.
That's good trip!
That's the state of the server with Johnny Napalm.
Ba-bum, ba-bum, bum.
So
why don't you guys ever listen to him? Brent, why don't you get out there and play?
Get out there and play.
With happy trees.
So that's cool.
Little happy
Obviously,
stream.
big updates are gonna break some things, some mods. So we just gotta hang tight and wait for stuff to come out.
I really didn't, other than Royal breaking the server, I don't really have any problems and overtime. Other than that, we didn't really have any problems this week.
Having a weekend of just how the server used to be kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I think people get over that real fast.
Yeah, true. Did we want to mention the last episode 84, was CPCon Junior, and it was big and epic and really cool. We had all kinds of people here in the studio recording, and it was really different and very cool. So if you missed that episode...
It was much more entertaining than this episode.
We had so many awesome people, and I miss everybody. I'm all sad.
I had somebody who really never listens to the show very much who told me that it was a really good episode. And I was like,
really?
If you were to tell me what's our best stuff, I wouldn't think it's the live stuff.
Yeah, because the live stuff is really chaotic and weird.
Yeah.
I think that's when we're at our best.
Well, I think it seems very, very navel gazing, and so for people who aren't, a part of it, it might seem a little bit out there.
Navel gazing.
So
I don't think I've heard that.
You haven't ever heard that phrase?
Uh-uh.
It's where you're sitting there admiring yourself. You're just navel gazing.
Oh,
that's one part of my body I don't normally look at when I'm admiring myself.
Yikes! What are
just saying.
I won't ask. All right. With that out of the way, let's go on to... Are you ready for this? Are you ready to rock? On the loudspeaker! And then the quiet part. Ready? The quiet part. Ready?
News and discussion.
News and discussions! Sorry.
Okay, anyway.
I had to break it up.
So the first thing we have here, of course, is the biggest piece of the news here, the Classless update, brought to you by Valve Software. This is
this update's like school on Saturday, no class.
Nice, I like that. This was a big update that apparently they wanted to make cool graphics for and make a big deal out of. I mean, I'm not holding you against it or anything. I mean, I think any big update you should bring attention to yourself or whatever, or to the game, obviously. And they have done that with this one, with the Classless update. They had 3 days of this. They also, on Steam, if you logged in, you would see the first big graphic on their roulette wheel of graphics or whatever, it would say, Team Fortress 2, and it would say in the corner, just updated, Anyway, so the fact that they are taking donations and not making a lot of money at this point and giving us good free stuff is not a bad thing.
Yep.
So the Classless update happened on August 13th, and there's a ton of stuff here. I don't think we should go through all this stuff, but
well, the big one here are the big ones. First off, they added a King of the Hill game mode, which is pretty big. Basically, it is a single cap point map with a 3-minute timer for each team, and the first team to successfully capture that point begins their countdown. And if the other team captures it, the other team's countdown stops and theirs begins. And once the countdown has gone down for your team and you hold the cap point completely, you win the match.
Overtime. This is the overtime update.
Yep. So, and it is, and I actually had somebody tell me that they like the quad better than King of the Hill.
Sweet.
Because that was basically the mechanic you had, right?
Yeah, totally.
Quad is the first King of the Hill. It should have been put in this pack.
Yeah.
Man, come on, Valve. You guys, I know you guys.
And how long ago did you make that map?
Like 2000, like the first year that this thing came out, like 1927, I think. So,
we played it while flying on the spruce goose.
So, yeah, guys, come on. And it's got a cool CP car in it now, like in the little center point.
I know.
Anyway,
I know.
So yes,
they didn't ask to pick it up as a community map either. What's up with that?
I know, that's weird, huh? You would totally think they would.
I know, especially since they listen to our show and all.
I know.
Yeah.
But yeah, King of the Hill is probably the biggest thing here. They also did some interesting things to the pistol.
Well, there's another big one.
Oh, what's the other big one?
They added custom animations played by the losing team during the post-win state. Basically, what happens is
that really big, though?
Yes.
Does that really change the game?
Everyone loves it, except me.
I know it's great, but it's cosmetic. It doesn't change the game.
Kind of like the hats?
It does.
Like the hats.
It changes the whole vibe of the end of the game. First off, the winners all have the crit stuff on their weapons. Okay, so it's you all of a sudden you feel like even the spies are running around with big glowing lightsaber like butterfly knives.
Well, I did notice that when I was playing Friday night. I didn't know what was
because we always got crits. It's just now they actually put a glowy on there.
Yes,
yeah,
and then the losing side gets for instance, the medic puts his hands up in the air and runs. The scout sticks his his hands are like dish plates and he just starts running really fast, and the pyro stands there and taps her foot.
Taps her mana.
Taps her foot. Yeah.
I think that's great and everything, but I still say that it doesn't change the game. It's about as cool as like the emotes and stuff, like the X5 for dispenser here, need a dispenser here. It's cool, and it gives each class individuality.
I agree, but I think they're moving into a direction here. Like the next patch, you're going to lose, and you're going to have the animation that runs you to the auction house, and you're going to find a better weapon and buy it, and then run to the mailbox and pick it up. And then flip it.
I feel you.
Something like that.
But I just think that at this point, it's kind of like this podcast. It's like you don't really come here for the hardcore tips and the stuff. You come here to listen to the overall vibe of TF2. You get crazy videos, and you get the very high level overview of updates and stuff like that. So you get the TF2 news here, but you don't really get that hardcore stuff like say Friendly Fire podcast or Critcast or something like that. So I feel like
Critscast is so super serious.
but I feel like no, there's a point to this.
The point is, quit wasting your time with backpack improvements.
There you go. I feel like they're getting at the point.
It doesn't need its own category.
Yeah, I feel like they're getting at the point where they're just adding on some fluff, some fun, some neat little things like new emotes, new animations, new hats, things that don't really change the game, but just fun things like we do. Like here's a new TF2 parody this week by so and so.
Now you can get behind pets though when they introduce pets. They don't do anything. They just run around behind you.
I'm down with the pets.
And then at the end, the losing team gets yakety sax playing in the background, you know?
And
then maybe the winning team gets Carmina Burana, you know?
La, 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 la. Now, I did notice something that I kind of like is to the CTF part, they added in the entire capturing team gets 10 seconds of crit boost after capturing it.
Yeah.
Which to me makes it more of a reason to actually try to capture.
Yeah.
True.
And I think that's good. Anything they can do to CTF to make it where you don't just deathmatch, that you really, really want to go get the briefcase is a good thing. Like, I think there should be a hat in the briefcase. You get and capture the briefcase, you get a hat.
I don't think that's a bad. That's not a bad idea. Except it would be one of those things where then you would have farming for it.
I know. I would have my hat.
I'll let you capture it, then you let me capture it.
And we would all do it on whose server? I'm not mentioning any names.
I actually do not like the new animations. And the reason that I don't like them, this
Are
is
you a party pooper?
I am. I'm a party pooper. They're funny, but I feel like they're almost a little too much ham.
The losing team, did they give face palms?
No.
Oh. I thought they did. They didn't?
But it almost feels a little bit too hammy. You know, it's you know, like I said, the yakety sax theme playing in the background.
Ham it up. I think they totally should ham it up. I think that's the vibe of TF2.
I don't think
wouldn't
I
be
don't
so
think
cartoony and so cheesy.
I don't remember. I don't feel like the game is. I mean, it's cartoony, but it's cartoony in a, you know, in like a cool way, not in a kind of way.
I disagree. I think the fact that the heavy eats a sandwich called the sandwich, stands there with his hand on his hip eating the sandwich, that encapsulates the whole cheesiness of the game.
I don't think that's, to me, that isn't cheese though.
It's not?
No, that's not cheese.
Like in the middle of a battlefield, the dude just stands there and eats a ham sandwich and is all like, nom, 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 nom.
Okay. The sniper runs around throwing pee on people.
Bingo!
I mean, you can't really go any further than that and not say it's just goofy.
But at the same...
I think that's when I stopped kind of playing the game. I was like, I just got pee on me in a game where I'm shooting people. That's just stupid.
What do you think about that, Wes?
Oh, and while you're thinking about that, did you know that the scout on the Classless update, red team? Just saying.
Are you talking?
No, I'm chewing my gum.
But I just think it's getting to a degree of ham that I'm not feeling as complimentary towards my experience.
But you agree that it is getting cheesy.
Yeah, there's some cheese. I mean, but to me, it's still not cheese. Cheese is
like Toontown or
over,
something?
yeah, is over the top. I really think that the whole heavy thing is kind of now the PRP thing. To me, that's just disgusting. I mean, it's not. I mean, it's a level.
Surely, you've experienced more disgusting things in your life.
Well, yes. I mean, I'm not going to argue that.
Real pee.
I was.
Real pee in your face.
He does go to cons.
Yeah, I was at CPCon Junior, and I had to be around some of the. But anyway, yeah. You know, Call of Duty says I like my ham smoked, not canned, and I think that's a pretty good way of putting it.
Nice.
So,
all right. So, should we move on to maybe another
my personal
bullet here?
Yeah.
Something of substance. How about the changes with the pistol? Things that actually change the game.
Okay, I haven't played with that, but to me it sounds annoying because I liked it when I pulled out my pistol and I had to go. I kind of liked that it was kind of tactile as I pressed. I would shoot.
But as the night progresses and as I get a little more tired, it's a little harder to...
Tired? Is that the word you're using?
Yes. Tired or drunk or whatever. But really firing off the...
Good call there.
Yeah, that's true. But really really getting a good Gatlin, effect on that pistol as an NG. It was really satisfying.
Now, does it shoot as fast as it could?
It's bang, 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 bang.
Yeah,
Okay.
very, very.
So you
fast.
didn't lose like if you were just a speed shooter, you didn't lose anything really.
Yeah, you do. Yeah,
It goes slower.
yeah. There is a fixed rate now, so that you cannot go faster. Or maybe if you're a cheater or something.
I never thought it was. To me, if I sat there and spammed the key, I would miss shots. I would go bang, 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 bang. You know what I'm saying? Like the way that I tapped, the speed I tapped, I never got it to a degree where it was faster than the current.
Well, it is very
Rate of fire.
fast. It is very fast.
Oh, I never hit anything with it. I just like pulling it out and shooting it really fast.
Well, yeah, now you can pull it out and shoot it really fast with much less effort.
Well, okay, so it's really fast now. But if you're a cheater and you had some sort of macro, or remember the NES Advantage, the NES Advantage back in '86, I think that came out.
Yep.
With the little turbo buttons, so you could just press down A and you can't do that anymore.
Yeah.
So if you had an NES Advantage plugged into your PC or whatever, so. But that is a game-changing thing that happened on this update. So
They also added an auto reload option under your multiplayer options, and basically clip-based weapons that reload a full clip at a time. Pardon me. But what that does is it automatically reloads. But additionally, they made it so that if you're doing clip-based stuff and you're reloading and you need to shoot in the middle of it and you had a bullet left in your old clip, you can abort the animation and shoot with it. So.
What about the nerfs to the Scout?
I'm happy with them.
You are.
Yes.
I don't play Scout, so I really don't have an opinion. Brent?
I don't have an opinion on those little scout guys.
I mean, I guess it's a good thing for me, just being selfish and like not playing Scout and just being that all Scouts to me are my enemy. That's fine, but like maybe we should have a Scout player on the show and to really talk about the changes and the whatever. But it looked like looking around in our forums, people saying that I told you the Scout was overpowered and blah blah.
Well,
blah.
but they did get nerfed on some instances, but they also, they got a little boost. The stun now. The player takes 75% of damage instead of just 50%. So that's a little boost, right?
Okay.
Yeah, but you can't stun Ubercharge players anymore.
Yeah, that was kind of stupid in the first place.
That
Well, I
was.
thought
I
it was
didn't like
stupid,
that.
but at the same time, it was immensely powerful.
Yeah.
Essentially, you stole half an Ubercharge from somebody.
Yeah.
So, but Sliced Bread points out that most of the big Scout players didn't use the new weapons all that much anyway.
Yeah, I can see that. I don't...
The Force of Nature now works so that the knockback only works at close range, and it works like the Pyros Air Blast, and the knockback is scaled by the damage that's done, which is logical. And you can't juggle somebody with the Force of Nature now.
Yay.
So, but the Scout gets a point now for stunning an enemy. If you stun somebody with Sandman, you get a point.
Good. I think
Good
that's
for
valid.
them. I think they needed that.
Yeah, that's valid. That's hard to do. In some instances, I don't know.
Okay, so that's pretty much the update in a...
Well, there's some more good stuff here.
We're going into
What
overtime
about
again.
item reworks? Oh, never mind. These are Sandman fixes.
First off, there's a colorblind option now, so that so that you don't have to if you can see symbols above people's heads if they've been Geradi'd.
That is interesting.
Yeah.
That there were that many colorblind people in the TF2 community.
Yeah.
Interesting.
They made it, like I said earlier, sappers that are attached to teleporters automatically place a sapper on the other end, and engineers wrenching a teleporter will repair the other end as well. So even if you're you can even sit there and repair your teleporter exit because somebody is pistol shooting your teleporter entrance.
Right. Okay.
So
So they do something to the team, so if you're colorblind, you can tell that they're not red,
well, colorblind is green and red.
Well, there's different kinds of colorblind.
Yeah.
Mostly it's green and red.
Mostly. You and your mostly.
I-
Come
I-
on.
I
Mostly
love-
come out at night.
I love all
Mostly.
the icons. Like I prefer icons to colors just because like it's less to memorize. I mean, yes, in a sense you have to memorize what the icon means, but most times it's iconic. Thus the word icon, right?
Why do we let him talk? Why do we do that?
Well, I would try to go on to the next section, but oh no, there's a bunch of cool stuff we didn't talk about. Colorblind people can now play.
Okay, let's move on. Let's do it.
Okay,
Let's do
just some
this
quick
thing.
other stuff. They removed self-inflicted mini crits. For instance, if you were Gerarded and you tried to do a rocket jump, you can't do a mini crit on yourself.
That's good.
Let's see. Added current name and game type to the bottom right of the scoreboard. So, like, you never have to go, what map are we playing? What is this? You can just hit tab and take a look at it. Improved the crit boost visuals. We talked about that a little bit. Your gun now looks like a lightsaber.
You know what? Let's get on real quick to the
Map contest. No, that's not what you wanted to get on to.
No. How about the fixes that happened? There was another update that happened. Let's see. The day after, on August 14th, we had tons of fixes because, of course, with any big update, things go bad.
Are they interesting fixes? I mean, because if not,
Are they on this podcast?
Wow.
Then the answer is no.
Not really. Not
Okay,
really.
they fix stuff. We'll link to the
they're
news.
pretty boring.
Or just go to steampowered.com/news. Enjoy.
We'll link to those.
It's a little gem.
Because they really aren't very entertaining at all.
Am I wrong
You
when
know,
I start?
well,
moving
you know,
around
some of
like
these things would be kind of fun to talk about if people were playing besides me.
That's true. That's
Let's,
true. They changed the Big Hurt Scout achievement to be stunned to medics that are ready to deploy an Uber charge.
Yes.
And that's pretty
Horrific.
So let's do the map contest. This happened a couple weeks ago, but you know it feels like a lifetime that we've recorded a CP episode because last week we skipped. The week before that was CPCon Junior, and do you want to know the reason why we skipped last week?
You were out of town.
Well, I was out of town. I went to a film festival, and but the
And
big
your
reason,
dog ate through the gerbil ate through the damn cord.
the hamster.
Your hamster got out?
My hamster is on the loose, and
Right now?
yes,
I can't sit here.
so wear shoes. But yes, a freaking hamster got loose and ate through a network cable that is basically the vital network cable between the it's like an artery between the heart and the brain. All right, it goes between the
Only
cable
at
modem,
Eric's house.
the cable modem, and the main router of the house. And every single room is wired up to, you know, I have little network drops in the wall. So if that cable is disrupted, then the internet is down throughout the whole house. All computers, all consoles, everything's down. So we didn't have a show last week because
So is he going to eat this cable? Like, could he be in there chewing it right now, and all of a sudden we're just going to
what
lose?
was entertaining, though, is the conversation I had with the Comcast guy, trying to figure out what the problem was. And then I figured out about halfway through, like, oh, never mind. But I did tell him what the problem was, and he thought that was pretty funny. So, let's go on down to map contest. TF2maps.net is having a map contest. They're still having a map contest. They supply you with a new swamp theme for which you can make your map. This includes lots of custom objects, textures, and sounds, and it looks really nice. It's a swamp theme. We'll have a link on the show notes. Actually, if you're impatient, it's swamp.tf2maps.net. Did I say swamps? Swamp.tf2maps.net. And it's really nice looking. This is, I mean, this is kind of what we always look for in new themes. You know, the Alpine theme was a nice addition. The Swamp edition is pretty awesome, and it's nighttime. It's really, really freaking awesome. So anyway, that...
Oh, cool. They even have 4 different skyboxes to choose from?
Oh, yeah. I mean, they
even
really...
have new particle effects.
They've done everything. You've got until August 25th to submit your map. They have mushrooms.
Got lightning.
Oh man,
bug swarms.
Very, very complete. So definitely check this out. If you're a map maker, or even if you're not, you will at least indulge in the.
This is a really good idea.
Right? Oh yeah.
And regardless of if you say, "Man, I don't have enough time to do this," if you're a map maker, download all this stuff and just make a map. You can make a really cool map that everybody would love to play, and don't even worry about the contest. Just make a great map.
Oh, check it out. The quad swamp style. Swamp edition?
I've seen it. That would be awesome. So, more Team Fortress 2 SDK.
Very good. You want me to talk about that?
I don't know.
Because I'm pretty excited about that.
Valve's releasing the source behind all the player character models as well as associated animations.
And that is actually really good for machinima folk out there, because now you have actual control over the movements, and you don't have to use motion control or just custom animated techniques or whatever. So that's just another way that they unlock more secret things.
So now that we are getting all this and you can do all this stuff, I wonder if there'll be like a Defense of the Ancient style TF2 map soon.
Could happen.
Like periodically some bots are released. You get some scouts released from one side and you get some... Yeah, I think that would be fun.
Could happen. That's true.
So there's also a new CP fan server out there.
Yay!
This an
Who's
Australian
it from?
server.
Who made it?
This would be Shadowkiwi.
Shadowkiwi. He sounds
Do
Australian.
I have the right name? Am I in the right place?
Yes.
I'm looking at the other thing. But so anyone who's interested, it's 203.14.173.240 with your standard port 27015.
And we have a lot of Australian listeners, actually. Actually, if at the very end of this show, you will hear a very authentic Australian listener.
That we keep in the closet just for such occasions.
We keep in the briefcase. Okay. Oh, this is cool. So you guys haven't not heard about the metal thing, right?
No, I didn't hear about it.
This is cool. I heard about this actually on Friday when I played. People in game were actually telling me about this. Valve had one final surprise in store for TF2 players after the update launched. They offered the first 11,111 people to reach a hidden site to get a shiny new medal. We have the site is still active, and you can still check it out. It's in the show notes right now. 11,111 medals have already been claimed, and they did so in a matter of minutes. And I've talked to a couple of people that actually got the medals within, the CP community, and they have no idea what they do. But they got them, So
I like the artwork
Do you
they
think
have.
it's just a
of the
digital?
soldier.
Do you think it's just like Special Agent Oso? You get a Digimedal.
maybe, yeah. Yeah, it's pretty odd. So
I love the artwork though of the soldiers smoking a stogie on top of the heavy.
Yeah, you notice what color the soldier is?
Red. Yeah, right.
that's pretty awesome. All right. Well,
and I noticed the badge itself. The ribbon is red. Did you get for the medal?
So's the medal that, like, when you see the other team is dominating people,
I don't know what you're talking about. Anyway, so
week. So what segment do you want to go on to, Brent?
So we'll see you guys next week
after the final episode.
So we got listener contributions here.
Listener contributions.
Do y'all want to hear listener contributions?
Do
Our
we?
listeners in the chat room.
I don't know.
Do you think they care?
Let's see what the people say.
All 4,732 of them say yes.
Sweet.
So the first email we got was from Vestboy_Mist. who has started playing on the randomized beta server in which all the models, characters, weapons, and abilities are scrambled each time you spawn. I think I heard something about this.
That is awesome. Okay, so that's what you just got.
Yes, that's what I played on.
So.
So the IP of this is, you can throw it in there, 63.211.111.213, port 27015, and I believe it is lowpings.net server.
I gotta check that out.
I can't verify that, but I'm pretty sure it is.
If it's not, it should be. Lowpings.net. All right.
The next email is from Brieg. It says, I've heard on a lot of episodes, Brent says that TF1 and TFC are not the same. So what's the difference, Brent?
TFC looks a lot better than TF1. TF1 was a straight mod off Quake, the Quake engine, and straight off of Quake, and it looked like Quake. I mean, if you go back and play it, you felt like you were in a Quake level. It was all ugly.
Well, now. But at the time, it was sweet. But
I don't even know.
No, even at the time, it was pretty ugly.
It was,
really?
The walls were very stark. It was,
very dark.
And then TFC, it just looked better. And they changed a few things, kind of standardized, how certain things react and stuff. I did not play TFC that much. I played TF1 a crap load.
I played a lot of TF1. I never played TFC either. By the way, that was sent in by Brieg, who gave me a birthday present for my birthday a couple weeks ago.
Oh, that's cool.
It was very nice of him.
Huh. What'd you get?
He got me the Civ pack.
Oh, sweet.
Yep.
Huh.
I just got Civ for the iPhone. It was kind of neat.
I saw that's out now.
It's half price. Oh. Anyway, so we seem to have a call here from old Sliced Bread.
Hey, Control Point, Sliced Bread here. I was just wondering this week, what is your favorite custom that drastically changes the game? That could be like Pyro Dodgeball or Dice Mod or Dragon Slayer. I think my favorite would have to be the Dice Mod that has a credit system where you can buy good rolls if you've been in the server long enough. Anyway, that's all I got this week. See you on the servers.
The spy has already breached our defenses, and now he's here to us. Right behind you.
Oh.
Nice. I'm going to go with Dice Roll. I love Dice Roll.
Yeah, I played the Dice Roll, and the best part is the credit system. I don't know if I mentioned this, but the credits are not stored on the server. So if you don't use credits, the next time you come back, you will still have them.
That scares me.
Why?
For some reason, somebody's server is storing stuff on my computer.
No. Basically, when you log on to their server, they have another server that is recording the credits.
Okay, yeah.
No, it's not putting on anything on yours.
Are you sure?
Yes.
You positive?
Yes.
I'll hold you to this.
Okay.
Did you know, by the way, that was Sliced Bread that gave that call. He also says in the chat room that the medal is something that you put on your chest. It's like a hat, only it doesn't go on your head.
Goes on your chest.
It's an aesthetic thing, yeah.
Oh,
so
cool.
Awesome. That means they're, making way for the future of things to put on your chest.
2 trinkets.
Maybe we get new shoes at
like
some
bathing
point.
suits next summer.
Like I want
Halloween costumes.
I want Argyle socks.
See, I could get into this if like for October, I can like dress up as the chief. Give me a costume to put on. The Frogman.
How hard that would be
the chef.
Oh, that would be really cool if you could have a costume server.
Or maybe if they just had a standard costume for, like, what would the soldier dress up as is... Like, I see the medic and the heavy, they would switch, right? The medic would put on the heavy gear, and the medic would, or the heavy would put on medic gear.
Bikini.
Or maybe the medic would just go as a big sandwich.
I think the medic would dress up like
Wow, I just did my own class question. Screw that. Let's move on.
I think the medic would dress up like Homestar Runner, and maybe. Or
maybe we got an
Scout
email here from Cyphermind. Hello, CP. Cyphermind here. I'm designing a Control Point themed deck of playing cards featuring the 9 classes for the numbers 2 through 10 in the deck and CP related pictures for the face cards and the aces. I would like to feature the 4 hosts in the deck, and definitely Ash Williams as the Joker, self-explanatory, or whatever. If those in the community would like
He's evidently a midnight smoker.
Yeah.
Nice.
If those in the community would like to provide input for the aces, then please let me know in the thread for this on the forum. I plan to have the 4 aces be the standard ace, 1 suit marker in the center, except blah, 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 blah. There's a thread, I'm sure, somewhere on the forums.
There is.
And if you have ideas, you can go make them there. We tried this in the past.
Yeah, we did, actually.
We got some good answers. I don't know. Maybe they were deleted by Jolly over the weekend. I'm not sure.
Maybe. But I like this idea a lot. I think there's potential here. I would like to see the chief in there. And
hey, yeah, maybe that could be the aces. The chief, the cavalryman.
The frogman.
The frogman and the chef.
And the chef.
I like what you're doing, Cypher Mine.
So, and here's a great thing, too, is if you go to artscow.com and sign up on their mailing list, they have, every week they put out a new, deal, and one of them they put out a lot of times is deck of cards, and it's every card you can put a different image on the cards, and it's like $5 or something. When they have the deal. Otherwise, it's like 20, I think. But anyway, we can look into that. And I still have credits where I could actually do that. Because whenever they have one of these deals, they save it in your account if you have an account. It's crazy. So you can use it at any time.
Oh, wow.
It's weird. Anyway, so, Conroe 101.
First of all, I just wanted to say that you guys are really awesome, and I love playing on your servers. Why, thank you. Anyway, I've got 2 things I want to say. 1, you have a non-video podcast, right? Well, since we listen to your voices all the time, you guys should make an announcer sound replacement for TF2. Who doesn't want Wes yelling about us failing? I think that's a brilliant idea. I think we should do that.
I think the quad should, all the voices on there should be, ours and community members' voices.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
I think we should get Spencer to go, the god has reached the final terminus!
Nice.
Number 2, I thought you guys might want to read this article on the show.
No.
Encyclopedia. We've got, we already linked this one time. Encyclopedia Dramatica has an excellent Team Fortress 2 entry. So that's the second thing he links us to.
Overtime.
And the only reason I say no is when I see read an article on the show.
It's not on our show.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Read it on the show, about the show.
Yes. Now, we've talked about it once before. The Team Fortress 2 article on Encyclopedia Dramatica is pretty funny. But it's very offensive. And
it is, yeah.
And Encyclopedia Dramatica is basically powered by 4chan love juice.
I was about to say.
So, I think I just get hacked logging in and looking at the site. Not sure.
Anyway.
Someone ban me from the message board fast.
So, moving on. You want to read this one, Eric?
What do we have here?
The email
so we've got one from Reaver Zai.
Let's see. Reaver Zai. I have a quick tip that I think you may find interesting. If you stay as a sniper in the little fort midway down the track on the left in PL Gold Rush on the second stage. Wow.
Are you reading this?
Yeah. You don't let the opponent see you. You have a little window of view that allows you to take quick shots. And
he's sneaking in a class question.
Oh,
Don't read it. Move on.
Which class do you think likes pizza? That was a totally okay.
Yeah. You just totally got punked.
Huh. I was wondering why it didn't make any sense.
And you know what would have happened? I would have read it. Like, if I had read it, I wouldn't have taken my time with it, and it totally would have gotten
See,
me.
I was wondering why it didn't, the pronouns and the verbs and the nouns, they weren't really jiving. Okay, so which class likes pizza? I would have to say the scout. The scout, man.
The heavy.
Grabs some pizza and runs.
From Indon. Hey, CP. Indon here. Just telling you that Valve gave us a hint of a new content update. It's not in the blog, but in their official group. They did that with Left 4 Dead recently. And here's what it is. Title, we have you surrounded, at least from this side. Description, we've been shirking our updating duties here, so we thought it'd be a good time to do some quick housekeeping. We have you surrounded? That's something the soldier would say. Thanks for your time.
Speculation. We got a video.
Wow, there's a lot more questions here.
There are a lot.
There's a video from the Orange
Our
Door.
screener?
No, actually, I screen these. I'm pretty bad. Let's get on to Orange Door.
Yep. The Orange Door, this is a link to a YouTube video. He has created a working robotic level 2 Sentry made out of Legos.
This is really freaking cool. I would like to... there's actually a lot to talk about here, and I don't know if we really have the time to do it right now and right here, but I'm going to link this right now for all of the people in the chat room. I would like to have Orange Door on the show and actually talk about this, because this is a working Sentry, like a real one. It actually shoots... And it monitors the area, and it goes back and forth. Very, very nice. Very good work. I don't know how he did it. Maybe he's a magician. Maybe he's from the future. I don't know. But it would be very cool to have him here. And so check the show notes to see the wondrous Sentry in action.
We have an email from Possum.
And it's actually interesting that it's level 2 and not 3.
I appreciate that.
Level 3. Okay. Wes, take it away.
We have an email from Possum. Hello, CP. I recall you discussing hide-and-go-seek on CP servers with spies and pyros. Last night I came across a similar mod, PropHunt. The seeking team is pyros. You can also change to heavies. And they bleed off some health as they attack. The hiding team is props, tires, crates, barrels, buckets, bushes, etc. There are several servers running it, and one is a US server. There is info at blah, 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 and a video at blah, blah, blah. CP is credit to team.
That's awesome.
I would have just highlighted that. Like in a David Letterman, how they highlight the information that he should read.
Yeah.
That's what I would have. CP is credit to team. That would...
Okay.
But this is totally a new mod that we totally have to check out.
I know. This is actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
Mod. Okay, so we got some questions here from Nikki.
There's a lot.
I knew a girl named Nikki. I guess you could say she was a sex fiend.
Okay, here's the rule. One answer. One word answers.
Wes, is your wife still a singer?
I can't answer in one word. Yes, she still sings. No, she does not have the time to perform with 2 kids.
Okay.
Brent, does your son still play soccer?
See, I can't do it.
Yeah, I know. That was a bad idea.
What? Yes or no,
that's terrible.
Right?
No, because it's...
He's just probably not on a team anymore, right?
Yeah, he played soccer, and he may play again when that season comes up.
Yeah.
Did you know that... Did you know that Nikki asked us 13 questions?
That's cool.
And the 13th one is blank?
That's cool.
When was the last time anyone played the CP drinking game?
I don't think we've ever really played it.
No, we haven't.
Yeah, we haven't actually played it.
Yeah.
Real talk.
Do any of us still have Spencer's headsets?
Yes, the headset that I gave Spencer for Christmas that he left here at Eric's house, I took home and used on my home computer for a while before I got my new one, which I got for Father's Day.
Sweet.
Does Nico still play TF2?
No.
Brent, are you still mad about the honeypots?
I don't think I was ever mad about the honeypots. I just hate the guy who made them.
Are we still friends with Majachi the Moon Princess?
Yes.
Yes, Majachi kind of fell off the grid because he got too much attention. So, he doesn't log on as Majachi the Moon Princess very much anymore. But I do still talk to him every once in a while. He's really busy with his Unforgotten Realms, or his Legendary Heroes thing.
Yeah, he's kind of like a male Paris Hilton. You give them too much attention and they really just kind of go off in the deep end. You know what I mean?
What are you talking about?
I don't know what I'm talking about.
When was the last time you went to the Snapple LAN party? the one time we did it. Now, I've been invited to a couple of others, but with kids, I really can't. I have to pick and choose which events I go to.
Sweet.
Do any of you still play Age of Conan?
No, I don't.
Hell no.
I want to play it again. I'm thinking about maybe playing it in the new year.
Are you serious?
Yep.
Are you going to replay 1 through 20?
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to play my character and enjoy the higher level. I only got to like 30 or something like that. Or 40.
Okay.
When was the last time Dominator was played? It was played by the Crits Cast group.
Yep.
They played a Dominator game. I have not heard how recently they've done it again.
True.
Did you ever find the first half of the Doug Lombardi interview that Mintok lost?
Yeah, it was awesome.
Did you find it?
Oh, wait, is that a question?
Yeah. Did you ever find the first half of the Doug Lombardi interview that Mintok lost?
Yeah, it was great. Oh, I guess I should post it on the feed.
You got it, and then you didn't.
Yeah, I just didn't think about it. I mean, it's kind of like a teddy bear that you sleep with at night. You know,
Oh,
it keeps me warm. What's the next one? Still bagel free, Brent?
Sorry, I'm trying to. I'm
Are you
gotta
banning?
kick someone.
Are you banning somebody?
Yeah, I did kick someone. Sorry. Still bagel free. Bagel.
Bagel in my mouth, and I'm chewing it up.
I don't know if I was ever bagel free. I mean, I haven't had a bagel in a while, but I have nothing against bagels.
Yeah, I haven't had a bagel in a while either.
That was just that episode because there was no bagel in the episode. Anyway, so.
And question number 13 is blank. And
so the answer is yes.
Yes, and we encourage you to actually only ask us one question per email. Somehow this fell through the cracks because I was the screener on this episode.
Well, they weren't bad questions. These were.
They were quick. I was thinking, it's almost like a quick fire kind of thing, like one answer, like one word.
So we got an email from Eder30. It's to me that's like Eddie Vedder put together. Eder. That's me.
Jeremy. Yeah, so we got a question from him. Hello,
Come on.
No, you read.
You don't need to stop. You need to.
Well, I know, but I was making fun of you because you interrupted him
and I loved it, but
because you were dilly dallying.
You don't need to stop. You need to continue with it.
I know, but I wanted you to read.
I have to go to the bathroom.
Hello, CP. I have a major question about Team Fortress 2. Do you think Valve will ever implement a trading system? And if they do, will there be in-game money? And how will you trade? In the server or have a dedicated Valve trading room? Keep up the good job on the podcast. Fellow TF2 fan, Eder30.
I think there will be a trading system. I don't think there will be in-game money. I think that you'll just trade. I know that they've talked about putting it in. Am I wrong about that?
Well, they did, but then didn't they talk about how they thought maybe they had gone too far with putting in all that stuff and they were going to kind of stop? And then, hey, we got a new update with more hats. So really,
I actually wouldn't mind some microtransaction kind of stuff. Like if you could pay $1 to get a specialty hat on your dude and help support them as a voluntary thing. You don't agree with that?
No.
I would, man. I've been playing this game for 2 years and I haven't paid him a dime in 2 years.
What are you talking about? You sit here every week and give up 4 hours of your life. That's money.
Anyway,
I know what you're saying. In general,
yes.
If you weren't doing this podcast,
I wouldn't mind some microtransactions to help give them some extra money. No. I mean, I promote their stuff all the time. But anyway, we got an email from Bulletstorm. So Friday night, I'm playing on CTF 2 Fort Sunrise. Disguised in the enemy base, I spot a pyro who is dominating me. I backstab him and flick a cigarette onto his ragdoll, earning an achievement. Lo and behold, another pyro comes up from behind and backburns me to death while flicking the cigarette. Now he got a light achievement. So in other words, 2 achievements all at once. Pretty cool. On to the tip. This is old news to a lot of people, but you can change the crosshair on your weapons in the TF2 multiplayer settings. I did so recently, changing the crosshair to a tiny bright red dot, and now I feel like my shotgun and ambassador accuracy has never been better. It really is worth it, so try it out. Bulletstorm away!
Now, to go back one question, I hate doing this because I do want to move on.
Yeah.
And I know people aren't going to like to hear this, but I would rather them charge for the updates. I would rather them kind of say, this is almost like an expansion.
Yeah.
They are for Xbox,
but cheap. Well, right, and I wouldn't mind that. But not for hats. I mean, I just wouldn't buy that expansion, right?
Well, I know. I'm saying it would be a voluntary kind of.
And to me, it's a way to say, hey, are we going in the right direction? Hey, no one bought this update, so they don't want hats. It's almost like a way to, right now they give out all the updates, so they don't get any feedback besides chat room and that sort of thing. But what if they charged $1 an update, and then they could see directly, hey, no one wants arena maps, no one wants hat, or only a small portion wants these.
Okay.
So now we don't need to invest our time and resources creating those items. We can now move on to what people do want and are paying for.
It's true.
And maybe they'll.
I like.
And if you see this come up in like future for TF2, I'm sorry. Don't blame me.
I don't think this is gonna happen. I think they specifically treat their game like something that they're fixing, as opposed to something that they're adding. I mean, they add some new content, but it's in with a bunch of stuff that they want to add anyway. And I don't think they treat it like something. Like a purchase product.
Well, like that. I'm not talking about every single update. I'm talking about like a class update.
Yeah.
It would be $1. The hatless, the classless update.
But then what happens, when you get on a server and you don't have a class update? I mean, other people are still doing stuff that you can't do. I don't know. That seems a little wrong.
Yeah. Well, segregation.
That would make it hard to do. But.
Yeah. I'm not for it. I don't like what you've done here, and I'm denouncing it publicly.
True.
Well, I'm not paying for hats.
It's a voluntary thing. Anyway, moving on. We have a call from Bob Mills.
And it goes a little something like this.
Hey, Control Point. It's Bob Mills, MMILLSS. Regarding iPhone apps and Steam, there is a third-party app out there called Gears, and it's $2.99, and it's a little bit limited. I think a little pricey for what it does do, but it basically lets you see your friends list. And you can see the status of those friends, whether they're online or in a game. It'll tell you what game it is. But you cannot chat, you cannot send messages, and you can't check the status of the game. So you can't see if it's full or not, or if what map they're on, and so on and so forth. So that's it. It's Gears, and I have no other affiliation. Just wanted to pass it along. Thanks.
Wow, thanks for the call in. I've got to say, don't buy this. $2.99 for an iPhone app is actually pretty expensive.
Yeah,
it is.
My mind.
And the thing is, it's unfinished.
Yeah, it doesn't do crap.
You can't talk. Talking is the biggest thing. So I can only kind of imagine what happens if I actually log into this application and people see that I'm online and try to talk to me. What happens? Does it look like
I don't think this is. I don't think this is a.
It's like I'm ignoring them now.
I think this is so you can see who's on the server.
This isn't you being logged on to Steam. This is you looking to see who else is logged on to Steam.
But how can you do that in the actual Steam client?
You can basically you're sending a query. Okay. It's just like if you were to get on the web page, logged on as yourself.
Okay, I feel you. Okay, so I'm just like a ghost,
which you could do on the iPhone, right?
Yeah.
So
okay, but what I really want to be able to do is talk. Like, that's cool and all, being able to see the people are playing different things and who's actually online, who's offline. But it's not worth $3, really.
No. And the next one we have that Legion and Johnny Napalm both talked to us about was one called what was it? Control something. Point control, full control.
What was the one you mentioned earlier?
Total control.
Total control. And it's $1.99. Still, to me, I think these apps fall in the 99-cent category.
They should, yeah.
But, if you are a server admin and this does, Johnny seemed to think it had some functionality that worked well.
Well, you can
I could see paying $2 then.
You can see who's on the server and stuff.
Realistically, though,
you can also do commands on it, I believe.
Yeah. Realistically, how many people do you know are server admins? And you also have to take the amount of time. Like, an iPhone app is designed to be consumed by hundreds of thousands of people. That's not going to happen with a server admin tool because there aren't hundreds of thousands of servers.
Well, he made a tool for the wrong thing then. I'm just saying,
as a capitalist, you should be supporting
it. Should be free. It should be free, and my theory about it is just what you're saying. You would either have to make it like $50 for you to actually make any money from it, and no one's going to buy it for $50. So what's the point? Get some recognition in your software, put it out there for free where everybody will download it just to test it out, and then you can make another app to actually make money off of. That's the problem with the App Store. If you get in too much of a niche, you're just not going to be able to make money from it. And you need to know that. And you need to know that the way to make money is to put it out there for free, let people see what kind of quality you do. It's like when we put out a video. It's out for free because, no one's going to buy our little mini videos. So we put it out for free and we hopefully do it quality. So then when we do something that costs money, someone will come back later and say, well, they did something that was good.
Commission. Yeah.
Right. So later they'll buy it.
Right.
That's my thought about it. But sorry.
See, and I think if you create a niche product, and you want to distribute it and charge, $1.99 is not that much money. And maybe use that money to justify doing some more work on it later.
Well, we'll put it this way: for $4, you can get a app that was basically a full game that you would get on a PC for $50.
Yeah.
And you're telling me for half that you get an app that you can do.
But you're looking at a completely different audience. Supply and demand, baby.
But that's just it. There's not enough to. $2 isn't enough. It's like,
it's the same thing. If you're running BOS, you're going to pay more money for your games. The ports are going to be more expensive.
Hey, whatever.
True. Good point.
Porting.
Well, $2 is too much.
Okay.
Too much and not enough.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and not enough. Yeah, features. Yeah. All right. So that is what it is. And check the show notes, of course, as usual. And you can make up your own mind and download these suckers and whatever. Let's move on down the road.
Quick fire questions. Should listen to your
Quick
fire.
I love the quick fire.
Quick fire.
And this is cool because this is actually presented by Freckles. And if you want more Freckle action, check out episode 84, where she was actually right here in the studio. So let's see here. We are going to check this sucker out, and it's going to be fun.
Quick fire.
It's going to be cool.
There's nothing quick about quick fire.
Yes. And for the...
So while he's getting this ready, the player of the week is Freckles for doing the questions and being just so cool.
Yeah. Player of the week.
Player of the week. Quick fire.
Hello, CP. This is Freckles, and I'm doing this week's quick fire questions, whether you like it or not. Here we go.
I like it.
Is there any correlation between the frequency of you shooting cloaked spies and the frequency of spies walking up behind you this instant?
Yes.
Nice.
Class questions or talking about the chief?
The chief, of course. Duh.
Wah, wah.
Chase that car or Mexican ding ding?
Mexican ding ding, baby.
Of course.
Disturbance in the Force or a glitch in the Matrix?
Disturbance in the Force.
Nice.
How many of my level 99 Uber saws would I need to trade for your hat?
As much wood as a woodchuck can chuck, if a woodchuck
Light
can chuck
Yagami
wood.
or El Lolly? If they don't know what Death Note is, Tauhao or R-Type?
R-Type.
R-Type rules.
I don't know what all this crazy...
Swine flu or the virus from Left 4 Dead?
Swine flu, and I'm glad your daughter got through it.
Inappropriate previous question or just too soon?
Not soon enough. All the UK people seem to have
Bollocks
swine
or Govna? Bollocks.
Bollocks.
Governor.
Bollocks.
Hello, Governor.
Nipples or bollocks?
Nipples!
question. Wow.
Girati or Girate?
How about the third one? Dratau.
Heavy with a six-pack or demo as Tupac?
Demo as Tupac.
Oh, dude. Too pizzle.
What will be the next demo nerf?
They're just going to take away his gun.
What will be the next spy buff?
Electric underwear.
Do you has?
Do what?
Do you has?
I has cheeseburger.
Nice.
No text chat or no voice chat?
No voice chat.
Wes Cam or Eric Cam?
Duh.
Crappy maps with long epic battles or good maps that get steamrolled? Assume you're on the losing end of the sea.
Crappy maps with long, epic battles.
That's all the questions. Special thanks to Sarda, Birds Can Fly, Flamov, Freckles, hey, that's me! Media 14, Bonsai 77, British Bulldog, Boris, Bollocks, the Googleplex, Magmaspire, Corn, CP Mr. Happy, and Torchmaster. Okay, I love you. Bye-bye.
Nice.
We love you too.
Awesome.
Bye-bye.
That was some good questions this week.
That was really good.
Nice job, everyone.
And I guess everybody in the chat room is now talking about the electric undies. I don't even know what I'm talking about. Okay, so sweet. Very good, very good.
And Sisk even was mean and said, Boxy anyone?
We're going to go down to the old surveillance.
Surveillance. What's in the surveillance?
This is great. Okay. We have the first one. This came out a couple weeks ago, but this is really great. This is a piece of machinima that is worthy of being one of the, I would say, top 5 TF2 machinimas to watch. Up there with the Ignis Solus, remember? Mm-hmm. From probably over a year ago. This is Team Fortress Band of Brothers.
2 years.
2 years ago, yeah. And this is so great. We are going to play this for the chat room here. And we, of course, have a link to the show notes. But have you guys seen this?
No.
You haven't?
No.
I'm watching it right
Do you
now.
watch Band of Brothers? Like the show?
No.
Okay. Well, this is a reenactment of the intro, and it is so great, it will make you tear up when you watch it. It is so good.
I know it did mine.
So good, so good. The textures, the still screens, the fading. So good, so good.
So
that's almost like, we should play that again on like the final episode, like this one here, the final episode of CP. Let's move on to the next one here on surveillance. This was sent in by Johnny Napalm. This is actually an image. You can check your team's class makeup, makeup, and tell if you're going to win or lose. This is actually pretty cool. It's kind of like a formulaic layout of team makeups. So if you can kind of see if you have the advantage or if you have a crappy makeup, so it kind of has like a breakdown of offense and defense, number of pyros versus soldiers and this and that, and anyway, it's pretty good. Would you agree?
I thought it was rather clever.
It is a lot of numbers. But you can figure it out. So check the show notes for this little number. The next one here is, this is pretty funny. This is actually very amusing. This is the Endangered Turkey Scout. Can you imagine what this is? Just for a second? I mean, can you figure it out? This is basically a scout standing in a corner. This is a whole clan just, messing around, probably on a, weekend night or something, a little slurping back on grandma's old cough medicine. And this is a scout getting hammered by hundreds of different huntsman's arrows and running around like a turkey. It actually looks like a turkey. This is really funny. So definitely check out this video. We'll have this linked to the show notes as well. He runs around in terror as he has been turned into a turkey, and
he doesn't necessarily run around. He sits in a corner the whole
Well, you know
time.
what? Eventually, he does run around.
Oh, okay.
And it's good stuff.
No, he doesn't. The sniper filming it runs around.
No, he runs around.
You know that the emote or whatever it's called of the scout, like slapping.
Oh, there he goes. He runs around for 10 seconds at 1:48 or so.
Like when the scout like slaps his ass and he's like, Yeah, that one. But with all the arrows in his back, it looks like feathers, so he actually looks like a big-ass turkey. It's pretty good. It's pretty funny. I thought that was surveillance worthy. The next one up is this is
becoming a snoozer.
This is a good one. GameTrailers TV, that's GameTrailers.com, put out an episode this week. This is very good. This is Gabe Newell shows off Left 4 Dead 2 and talks about everybody's negativity about the sequel. But he shows everything. He talks about all the 4 survivors and shows the maps and everything, and it's very, very informative. I know you're thinking, what does this have to do with TF2? Well, of course, he does talk about TF2. He talks about the TF2 comic and the possibility of a TV show. So he does get down and dirty about TF2. Very much worth the watch if you want to see the future of Team Fortress 2. The next one up we have here is this is sent in by Possum, who actually sent in a question this week. This is the slowest Intel carrier ever. This is funny. This guy was lagging out so much, but he had the Intel, so he's just slowly chugging along with the Intel, and the whole team is just like, come on, man, come on.
Hit L.
So,
Hit L.
Yeah, no doubt. But he totally
just
didn't
let him die. I mean, why try to keep him alive to take 40 minutes to get the cap? Just let him die and pick up the briefcase and run.
But this is so good. This is so worth a watch because, like, there's a scout. The whole video is recorded from a scout's point of view, and he does all these, emotes and stuff. He's like, "Come on, man!" And anyway, this thing is really worth a watch. Poor guy.
Boink.
He probably didn't have like a graphics card or something. I don't know.
Didn't have a graphics card. That's why he was running slow.
Yeah, that can affect your performance. Well, I don't know. Maybe
let's move on to shout-outs.
Maybe he was on a satellite internet
Brent,
or
this
something.
first one has your name all over it.
Oh, internet.
I'm so not on this picture. From Boris. Hello, governors.
He actually said, "Hello, governors." Awesome. Okay.
Oh, I guess it goes on. Just want to say many belated thanks for mentioning and remembering me on the most truly awesomest podcast in all eternity. Ow. I've been listening for a little over 6 months and have finally finished listening to every episode.
Oh my God, you take so long. There's so many people who did it faster than you.
Is there a prize for the longest time taken for a new member to catch up to the current episode? If not, then there should be, and may I win a sandwich.
Yes.
Speaking of, thanks to Crescendo 1897 for the shout out, but I wanted to clear something up because I have had a lot of questions about this. I don't like sandwich. I love sandwich, but not in Soviet Russia. Sandwich loves you. I'd like to give a couple of shout outs, if that was okay too, to Ruffle Waffle for the awesome name and his philosophy, which he and I share and happen to hold dear. You can always Uber an engineer. Always. To Foos, no, you. To Gypsy, Musili, and Scrambles, hi. My main man who's packed with calcium, Milkshake Man, for being so awesome, although not as awesome as you guys, though. Bollocks, and good day.
But Milkshake is cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool.
So is his dad.
Milkshake's dad is cool.
Yeah, and he can rock out on some Rock Band too.
Yeah. He can, yeah. So I guess we would like to thank our sponsors, lowpings.net, Control Point's official TF2 servers.
Yes.
Is there any denying this?
There is no
that
denying
they are excellent, and the fact that we haven't had to change, we haven't had to like mess around and like figure out some like new solution like we did before.
Yeah, over and over and over and over
Yes.
again. Now, it did do something. It did stop. Before, we were getting donations every month for the other server. We don't get those anymore because these servers are free. But if you feel like you do want to donate like you used to, you can feel free to just do that on our page where it says give us money.
Yeah, if you want the show to be better, if you're a video watcher. And
well, let's be honest. It may not make the podcast any better, but it always puts a smile on our face when we see something.
Well, I mean,
you have gotten a donation.
There has been a lot of money that's gone out to the studio. A lot of money has gone into the studio. And if you want to help support the high audio quality, a lot of the money is going to making sure that we are able to do these video podcast side of things, which...
that's what we're working on next is a TriCaster to do some live video switching on the green screen stage to make some truly epic videos for everyone.
TriCaster, baby. If you don't know what this sucker is, do a search for TriCaster. It's heaven.
I thought Spencer was going to join us in the show from now on.
90.
Yes.
90.
Episode 90.
Oh, okay.
So I guess we're going to close out here. Remember that we are on YouTube. You can watch every single episode that we do here, or at least the new ones on our YouTube channel. The Daily Gamer is back. We came back at episode 48. So there's a 48, 49, and a 50. Back. Episode 50, the Epic 50. So check that out every single week. You'll get 3 episodes every week of The Daily Gamer.
And there's going to be a big announcement this week. And the only way you can get this announcement is if you follow me on Twitter at Brent Copeland. And you will see this on Wednesday.
Nice. Man, I can't wait for that. I don't even know what you're talking about.
Huh?
And there's a big announcement on
there isn't.
Twitter,
no, there isn't.
too.
You can do it next week.
And
you bring your announcement next week.
It'll have something to do with what I'm having for lunch on Tuesday. Big announcement.
We have a Dead Workers Party Network actually has a couple new shows that we're actually going to start up here very soon. I'm not going to actually tell you what they are now, but I will hold you in suspense. iTunes reviews. The last couple of guys that we've had here, Ash Williams Fan, Chaos Marine, Sapped Sentries, Magnus G-Man, Torchmaster, SMD Sam, Ruskin 45, IP Freely 128, Zupin Poof, and Ozymandias 5. Those are the last 10 reviews that we've gotten, and you guys have given us all 5-star reviews. So thank you very much, and they're really good reads. So please keep up the old iTunes reviews if you like us. I'm not saying if you hate the show, give us a glowing review. But
I am. Give us a glowing review. If you hate us, don't say anything. I mean, really, why would we want you to say that? I'll be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Let me know if you hate us. Yeah, because I care.
Yes. And give us ham sandwiches.
Hey, Brent, you remember when we were trying to end this show?
I know, but it got funny all of a sudden.
Okay, so
call us.
Hey, 12 more minutes and we're up to 2 hours.
And stay tuned after the show. We have a backlog of crazy awesome music. As longtime listeners of CP, you should know that we love the TF2 parody songs. So we have 3 new ones this week, and they're all going to be after the credits here. We have a song from Torchmaster. This is called CP Fans. This is done to the tune of Still Alive, and this is very good. We also have another song by Lollerskating. This is Pyros Suck, and she did an awesome job of doing a tune to Poker Face by Lady Gaga. And it is awesome. But it's called Pyros Suck, even though, pyros don't suck, but it's good. It's kind of a stereotypical view on why pyros suck. It's really good. And then
back burner noob.
Topping it off at the very end here, we got a song from Frekydelic, and this one is called the map called CP Dust Bowl, and this is done to the tune of Hotel California. And he actually does a very ingenious thing here. He incorporates
on-key singing and good tunes?
Well,
that's kind of mean.
He incorporates voice emotes by different classes that rhyme with the song. It's actually pretty cool. Of course you can listen to all of our fine podcasts at deadworkers.com/network. Watch us live every single freaking week, unless we actually skip a week on Ustream right here at deadworkers.com/live.
Overtime!
11 more minutes and we're up to 2 hours.
Overtime.
We can do it.
Well, these 3 songs might push it. So let's start these songs and leave the room and see if
okay.
does it not.
Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, we'll see you next week.
And don't forget, We're going overtime.
Overtime.
You are now at the end of another episode of Control Point.
Victory.
Every one of you deserves a medal.
A podcast brought to you by the Dead Workers Party. See the show notes and leave comments for this episode at controlpoint.deadworkers.com or leave us a voicemail at area code 256-513-4772.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Hey CP, this is Exit Strategy here with a little something I like to call the Pyro Press. It's a short little segment, a reminder of stuff you can do with the compression blast for fun and excitement, not to mention helping your team. First and foremost, remember, if you see a teammate on fire, push them. It'll put them out and make you a friend. Have you ever been on CP well and someone's bothering the center point? Give them a push so they can catch their train on time. Scouts bothering you? A few hits from the compression blast timed right, and you can knock them so high into the air that they die when they touch bottom again. Light them on fire while they're up there for a free point. This has been Exit Strategy with the Pyro Press saying,
Hey there, CP. In a recent episode, I think it was Brent, who said started it off, that it was going to be the soldier who's going to get the next class update. Now, I, just for the sake of being an ass, I'm going to disagree, and I'm going to say it's not going to be the Demo Man, because Valve hate him, which is funny to me, because I don't like Demo Man. It's going to be the Spy again. Now, you heard it here first. They're going to pimp out the Spy even more, so you can dual-wield ambassadors and cloak unlimitedly forever. Now, you heard it here first. Also, you probably realised I'm British by now. If not, you're kind of strange. I was going to come on here and just sort of say I'm British, but it wouldn't really work. I needed a topic. Plus, Nintendo Ninja came on the other week, and he was British, and he was better than me, and older, and cooler. So, yeah, I just wanted to say thank you for a good show. And you said that most people watch it on the website. I actually have it on my iPhone, and instead of being social, I listen to you. So you can ruin my social life. Thank you, Brent. Yes, not you, Wes. So yeah, thanks guys, and bye. And this has been Epic Master 32. So yeah, bye. Bip bip cheerio.
Hey CP, we're Predator to fly from Australia here, and a good day from down under. Yeah, big fan of the show, first time sender of voice messages. Congrats to Eric Fullerton. I'm quite amazed the Good Game interview with Gabe Newell went so far. The show has quite a small fan base in Australia, so it's great to see that there was some people outside Australia listening into it. I even saw it on tweets from Very Large Gaming News. Well, see ya, and hope to see you on the servers. See ya.
This is Control Point. I'm leaving a review on iTunes, and I quote, "It's hard to understate this podcast's awesomeness. Dead Workers Party. They make a bunch of podcasts for us, for the entertainment of all of us, except the ones who don't listen. But there's no sense whining over every in-joke. You just keep on recording till you run out of content, and the episode gets done, and you make a neat podcast for the people who are CP fans. We all love your podcast, even those of us who seem weird. Even though you ignore some of our content and skip all our questions and get so many, you need a screener. As you ignore us, we don't care, because your podcast is awesome. Now these questions take us to listener contributions, and they're out of content they're releasing on Wednesday, so we're glad you don't stop taking your podcast to the top. We're the people who are CP fans. Just don't play demo. We think you're a good medic and NG. Maybe you'll find another class to master. Maybe the chief. That was a joke, haha, fat chance. Anyway, thanks for the tele upgrade. Our friends will get here faster. Look at me still singing when you've a podcast to do. When I listen to your show, it makes me sad I'm not with you. I've got sentries to upgrade. There are snipers to backstab. Keep headshotting the CP fans. And believe us, we are CP fans. We think you're awesome, we are CP fans. Let's go and Uber, we are CP fans. While you podcast, we'll be CP fans. And when you stop, we will be CP fans. CP fans. CP fans.
Shotgun, fire, axe, extinguisher, and more. Would be kind of useful if it wasn't for one fault. I love it. Your aim is worse than that of a demo's when it's drunk. And no amount of playing get your scores up to the top. No, 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 no. You'll never learn that even Pyros can burn. No, 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 no. You'll never see that you're disgracing your team. Press mouse 1, and keep your fingers on the W key. You are gonna hurt nobody. Press mouse 1, and keep your fingers on the W key. You are gonna kill nobody. Up, pyro noob, the pyro's a noob. Up, pyro noob, the pyro's a noob. You try to push the cart, but snipers take you out. You're running forward like you think you are a scout. You just keep dying, sometimes 10 times in a row. And still you keep on thinking maybe next time you will own. No, 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 no. You'll never learn that even Pyros can burn. No, 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 no. You'll never see that you're disgracing your team. Press mouse 1, and keep your fingers on the W key. You are gonna hurt nobody. Press mouse 1, and keep your fingers on the W key. You are gonna kill nobody. Up, pyro noob, the pyro's a noob. Up, pyro noob, the pyro's a noob. Or maybe a rifle, cause you'll never get behind me, not like that. Don't wait around corners, come on, turn my back. You're like a girl in an arena, I'll kill your team before I kill you. Take your intel and cap the point, check it on to some marble. Press mouse 1, and keep your fingers on the W key. You are gonna hurt nobody. Press mouse 1, and keep your fingers on the W key. You are gonna hurt nobody. Hide behind, can't hide behind your pyro mask. Everyone can see how much you suck. Hide behind, can't hide behind your pyro mask. Everyone can see how much you suck. Press mouse 1, and keep your fingers on the W key. You are gonna hurt nobody. Press mouse 1, and keep your fingers on the W key. You are gonna kill nobody. Hide behind, can't hide behind your pyro mask. Everyone can see how much you suck. Hide behind, can't hide behind your pyro mask. Everyone can see how much you suck. Pyro noob, the pyro's a noob. Pyro noob, the pyro's a noob. Everyone can see how much you suck.
On a dark desert cap point, shots fly through the air. A soldier walks up beside me, ready and fully prepared. Up ahead in the distance, I hear a stab and a scream. My team calls Spy! They look all around. The spy's distracted the team. The spy walked in unnoticed, not a trace in sight. And I was thinking to myself, why do we need to find a get up and fight? Then we heard a sudden stab, and I heard a smirk. The spy stood there with a knife in one hand and said,
all in a day's work.
welcome to the map called CP Dust Bowl. Such a lovely place, such a change of pace. Lots of death at the map called CP Dust Bowl. It's attack, defend, but it never ends. The round goes on forever, defense is just too large. But that all changed when the medic said, I am fully charged. The medic locks on his target, they run and attack. But then those pyros send the air blasts out, the Uber stopped in its tracks. So I screamed in voice chat, come on guys, we need to go. They said, you need to learn how to play the game, your score is way too low. And then those guys who play TF2 all day tell you to go be a noob somewhere else, don't need you anyway. Welcome to the map called CP Dust Bowl. Such a lovely place, such a change of pace. Bring all your friends to the map called CP Dust Bowl. It's a lot of fun until the steamroll's done. They head to the final cap point, our backs against the wall, and I said, well guys, it was fun for a while, but you guys dropped the ball. They rushed, the point was force, our sentries blowing to bits. I take the point and all I hear is people going into fits. Then the map goes and changes, we never speak again of the murder that occurred right there, as it's now just around the bend. Relax, said the admin, we are always your best friends. Until another map vote starts, and it's Dust Bowl again.
Workers Party Network. What's in your wallet?